All right, real estate agents in Tampa, Florida, and the surrounding areas. Hey, you're out there promoting your properties, your listings, and you're struggling to get them to sell. Well, here's one reason why. It might be because you're using nothing but pictures instead of video. Pictures are nice and everything, but that's like 70s, 80s, 90s, early 2000s. We're living in the video era, so you need video. And I'm not talking about just some cornball video that you're using on your phone and you're walking through the house by yourself and you're just talking real fast and look at this house and look at this house and look at this room and look at this room. No, I'm talking about a professional video. But see, here's the thing. I'm going to show you how to do it. All right. And there's steps to this thing. It's a process to do this thing the right way. Okay. There's probably about 10 steps to actually get it done and get it done correctly. And the first step is, well, first, before you even walk into the house to do the recording, before you even think about pressing record, you need to do a walkthrough yourself without the camera turned on and just kind of assess the situation and just walk through the house and make sure the house is clean. Clean up the property. Declutter. That's the word, declutter. Yeah, get rid of all the personal effects, personal items that people have in the house. You know, take down all their personal pictures off the walls, all their magazines, the newspapers, clear the kitchen table, get the bills off the kitchen table, you know, make sure the kitchen is clean, no dirty pans and pots and dishes in the kitchen. And I know some agents are talking about, well, if you leave some of that stuff in there, it looks authentic. It looks like it's lived in, and it makes the buyer visualize them being in the house, being in that kitchen. Yeah, that's true up to a certain point. I mean, you don't want it to look dirty. I mean, you can have some dishes, you know, strategically laid out on the table at the breakfast table or the dining room table. They call that staging. So you can actually hire a stager to help stage the property and make it look like it's lived in. What do you call that? Feng shui. I mean, you can do something like that. Make sure the furniture's positioned right and angle right and everything. You can have some basic magazines laid out on the table, on a coffee table, whatever. But at the end of the day, just declutter everything. Get rid of anything personal that person owns. Get rid of that stuff. Uh, and I'll take it even deeper. Tell if you're helping the seller sell their property, tell them to lock up all their personal items, lock them up, or just get them out of the house, like jewelry and watches and stuff like that. There's people actually go to these open houses and they steal stuff. I was watching the news report the other day, and I don't know where it was, but they said, look, real estate agent had to call the police on somebody at an open house because they were actually drinking all the wine and drinking the liquor in the liquor cabinet, and they showed the camera in the house, and the dude actually was cracking open a bottle of whiskey and he took it straight to the head. It's like, wow. So yeah, lock up. Tell your sellers to lock everything up, put it up, and just get rid of it. You don't even have it in the vicinity to tempt people because people are diabolical like that. They don't care. They don't give a damn. So clear that stuff up. So all right, number two. All right, you've assessed the house. Now, what are you gonna do now? All right, let's do the walkthrough. Let's go to the house and and and, and see. Okay, how do you want to perform the walkthrough? You want to do it strategically. You want to pretend that you're the buyer and that you're walking through the property. How would you walk through the property? Would you walk through the property all erratic, head turning sideways and looking up and down and going to this room and then turning back around, going back to the other room? No, you're gonna do it in a nice pattern, and you're gonna start at the street level, as if you're pulling up to the house. Okay, So why not record yourself, well, never yourself, but record the house as if you're pulling up to the house, to the driveway, getting out of the car, where and you have your camera at a wide angle so you can show the front of the house, the lawn, the landscape, the yard, show the ambiance, the fascia. You want to you want to show all the goodness of what the house is. I mean, this is a house tour, so you want to show the outside of the house also. Okay, and then walk right up to the front door, nice and slow and easy. Don't rush. Don't run in there real fast. Don't bust in like the Kool-Aid man. Like, hey, you know, you've seen the videos on YouTube and online. Some of these video tours, they're nice and smooth, elegant, and you can also have somebody to record it for you. And you could stand at the front door, and when they come with the camera up to the front door, you can stand there and like welcome. You can do like that. Open the door, welcome, come on in, and then you have the camera like go right by like that, like welcome, come on in. Yeah, you want to basically put the people in the environment as if they're actually at the property right now. So you want to make that video that compelling and that awe inspiring. Make them feel like they're there. Like I said, it takes practice. Practice makes perfect. So that's number two, getting the front of the house recorded the right way. All right, number three, we're about to step foot inside the house. Wait, there's a there's a lot of techniques and things you need to learn once you step into that house. Okay, number one, you're gonna be walking. So you have to learn how to walk with the camera. Let's see, I'm making this video on a stick, and I have to keep it far away from me because if I bring it in close, it'll be like that. But see, when I'm walking with an arm extended and I'm trying to walk as smooth as I can, the camera bounces a little bit. It bounces, dunk, 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 while I'm walking. But luckily, I have a pretty good phone that has a good stabilizer on it, and it keeps it from bouncing on the video when you watch it. But when you're recording a house, you don't want to hold your arm out straight, trying to show everything. What you want to do, you want to bring the camera in close to your body. And when you bring it closer into your body, it prevents the bouncing. All right, here's another camera I have right here, the phone. So instead of doing it like this, instead of holding it out like that, hold it in like this, okay? So that way it limits the bounce. See, when it's out like that, it bounces when you walk. But you bring it in closer and it doesn't bounce as much. And if your phone has a good stabilizer, it'll never bounce. So that's technique number one. All right. Now, another technique with recording a house walkthrough tour video in Tampa, Florida, or Wesley Chapel, or Lutz, or Brandon, or Riverview, New Tampa, Wesley Chapel, Tampa Palms. Another great technique is, all right, you don't want to make people dizzy. You don't want to make fast turns like that. You don't want to show stuff, whoop, yeah. This bathroom over here looks like this, and here's the bedroom. You don't, you don't want to do that. You don't want to make people dizzy because that's like, oof, that's not a good video to watch. Or you're doing like this, you going up, you're going down, up and down. You don't want to do that kind of stuff. Now your video looks real cheesy and cheap, and the person watching is probably going to say, well, who held that camera? Your child? You don't look professional when you do that kind of stuff. I'm out here at the Riverwalk, and yeah, there was a bird flying over my head. Uh, You don't want a bird flying over your head. So, all right, that's how. Those are the tips about recording and how to hold the camera, how to move without, disturbing the viewer and messing them up. No spinning, no quick movements. Make everything nice and smooth and fluid, as if they're actually there walking themselves and looking around. People don't look around a house like this. They don't do that when they're so. Don't do it on the camera. All right. Now, what else could I say about camera movements? Yes. Okay, you're gonna have to learn how to walk, and this is gonna make your video even smoother. You see, I'm just walking like a normal person on the river, but I can't display this on the camera. But if you watch, you can go to YouTube and watch some other videos about how to do this. They call it like I don't know the term, but it's called, I think it's called the turtle walk or the snail walk or something like that. It's where you keep the camera tight to your body, and it's like you have to practice. You have to move real slow. You have to keep your torso, your upper body real stiff, and just move your legs like you're moving real slow, like you're moving real slow, like you're easing through, like almost like you're tiptoeing. And what it does, it eliminates that bounce because you're almost like you're tiptoeing, like you're sneaking. Doom, doom, doom. It's not like you're stepping; you're actually sliding. You're moving your feet like this instead of stepping like that, up and down. You're sliding like this. So that's a great technique of how to keep the camera real smooth, especially if you have like a selfie stick that's long and you got it extended out. And like I said, don't do that. Get you a small selfie stick, something that's just about like that, you hold it in your hand and the camera's right there. Don't have anything extended because you do not want bounce. Okay? You don't want bounce. So do the turtle walk. You know how turtles, like, they just kind of inch along like that. They glide across the floor almost like a snail. It's like they're almost crawling. That's how you want your feet to do. You want to kind of shuffle. No big steps. All right. So those are three simple steps, three simple tips that you can use to balance out your video, to stabilize your videos. Okay. All right. Next tip. Next step. All right. Plan out your route inside the house, inside and outside. All right. The first one, of course, is the outside. We talked about that already. Driving up to the property. That's your first point of view. That's your first entry into the house. The next one is going in the front door. And of course, like I said, if you have somebody holding the camera for you, they could walk up to the door and you can open it for them and they can walk right in. But what you could do is, this is if you don't want to pay somebody to do the tour for you and you want to do it yourself, you can have your son, your husband, your wife, whatever. They could do the walk up to the front door, and then as soon as they pass you like this, have them to press pause, and then you take the camera from them, and then you unpause it and you continue. That way you can do it yourself. Now, once you get inside the house, there are things you should record and things you should not record. All right. Um, Things you should record. The most important rooms: family room, living room, kitchen, bedrooms, the main bathroom. Um, that's pretty much it. All the other rooms don't really make any sense. Like, nobody cares about a closet. Who like, ooh, look at that closet in the kids' room. I mean, you can kind of peek at it real quick, but don't like go in there. But like if you're in the main bedroom and they have a large walk-in closet, yeah, stick that camera in there and and peek around in there, and then back up and come out of there. Yeah, people want to see the rooms that's gonna make them really feel like, I gotta have this house. Okay, the hallways. I know when you're walking down hallways, and you've seen these videos where they kind of zoom through the hallway, like, why are you slow walking through a hallway and showing it on the video? Nobody cares about walking down a hallway or staircases, going upstairs, downstairs, two-story house, split level. You see a staircase, just walk up those steps. I mean, at a normal pace, of course, but on your video, speed it up. That's a cool effect. Zooming through different areas that you don't want them to kind of get bored at. So let's see. Those are the main rooms, and then of course, once you get to the back door, if they have a patio or a deck or something, then of course, open that door and walk out there and show that patio and that deck. Even further, that backyard, show that backyard, and of course, the backyard goes back to number two, well, number one, about cleaning out the property and getting rid of all that personal stuff. Make sure that yard is immaculate, clean, grass cut, hedges trimmed, everything. Same thing with the front yard, of course. Make sure all that stuff is clean, looking presentable. I mean, who wants to buy a house with weeds everywhere and all kind of junk and trash everywhere? Nobody wants to buy a property like that. Um, Old cars, rusty cars everywhere. Got people behind me photobombing me, like see me recording. They're like right behind me, like right on my neck. But yeah, anyway, yeah, make sure that backyard is clean, tight, presentable. Make sure they trim all the weeds and all that kind of stuff, and any limbs hanging over, falling on the ground. So just make it look presentable. Put like this: would you buy that property? You heard what I said. Would you buy that property? So if you wouldn't buy it, of course somebody watching your video won't buy it. So now, once you go in the backyard, like I said, show show that backyard, and if they have a pool, oh, that's even better. I mean, so yeah. Um, what else could I say? That's pretty much it. Yeah, from the street level, driving up to the house, in the front door, going through all the rooms, nice and slow, and then go to the backyard, and then at that point, what you want to do? Well, I'm jumping the gun right now. All right, let's go to the next step. All right, let's go to the next step. I'm jumping the gun. I'm going to the close, but we're not quite there yet. All right, next step. Whew. All right, at this point, like I said, you've done everything you could do to get the video tight, get it right, and you're ready to wrap it up, but not quite there yet, my friends. Let's dig deep into recording. Okay, let's dig deep into recording the video in the house. All right, I showed you how to use the camera, and we talked about the rooms. But let's talk about how to record the rooms. Okay, I got a bad. The sun is like right behind me. All right, let's talk about how to record these rooms. All right, when you walk and you're holding that camera and you're going into that house, like I said, you don't want to spin the camera around like that. You know, no sudden jerk movements. You want to walk like you're a turtle. You want to shuffle along like that. Yeah, this is how you go into a room. We're going to talk about going into a room. Okay. All right. So you're walking down a hall, and there's a main bedroom right there to your left. All right. What you want to do? You don't want to like turn real fast, so you want to kind of like gently turn and show it, and then you want to walk right into the room. Not all the way, but just almost like you're peeking in. But this video is kind of like a teaser, so you want to kind of peek in and you want to kind of see if you can get to the corner of the room and put your back against the corner so you can see the entire room from a view. And of course, you want to keep the camera eye level. You don't want to put it down here. You don't want to put it way up there. Put it at eye level because most people are between 5'4" and 6 feet tall. So keep it at eye level. Okay. Keep it at eye level and peek into the rooms. Okay. And try to stay in the corner, eye level. That way they can see the entire room at a distance. Okay. Now, if they have the main bathroom, you have to get to the main bathroom through the bedroom. Of course, slide on through there and then peek into that bathroom. But don't go all the way in because guess what? There's usually a mirror on the wall and you don't want to be seen in the video in the mirror. So like I said, just peek in. Just peek in like, all right. And then now, how do you get out of that room? Don't do this. Don't turn around. What you want to do, you want to back up. You want to back up and then turn like that. Okay. It's like a 3-point turn in a car. You want to back up and turn around like you're doing a 3-point turn in a car. Okay. You don't want to spin around real fast. You want to do the 3-point turn.
Yeah, the real thing.
Just back up, turn slightly.
On your left side.
You want to back up, turn slightly, and then walk out of that room. But you know what? There's an even better way to do it. Back out completely. So now, if you're gonna back out completely, you need to know you got to know your surroundings. You got to know where you are. You don't want to trip and fall. So what you want to do, you want to make sure everything is straight, and you want to just back up. And then when you get out of that bedroom, then you turn towards the hallway, and then you walk forward. Okay? See, it's a cool technique. That's how you do it to keep that video tight and crisp. Okay? All right. Now, say you have some stairs. What do you do with the stairs? How do you go up the staircase? Well, I mean, it's no big deal. You just walk up the stairs. Like a shuffling turtle. Go up the stairs. And don't have the camera pointed down like that. Going up the stairs. Hold it eye level and kind of tilt it up a little bit so they can see themselves going up the stairs. Because people don't walk upstairs looking down. They walk up the stairs looking up. Okay? And then when you get to the top of the stairs, do this trick. It's a little cool little technique. Because you can go either left or you can go right. So you can do this with the camera. You can do that, or you can do that, and then you can continue that way, or continue that way. It's like you have to put yourself in the buyer's eyes, in their shoes. You have to pretend that you are the person viewing that property for the first time, and how would they look at the property when they're walking through. So you have to treat it like that. You have to treat the video like that. Okay. So those are some simple techniques that you can use, simple tricks of the trade of recording a house tour video. Those are simple things you can do. Now, I'm going to give the most important tip right here. This is the most important thing that you want to implement in your video, and it's the ending. With all videos, you need a call to action. I mean, it doesn't make sense to just do a nice video, and then at the end of the video, you're just like, okay, bye. I mean, you need to tell them what to do. People who are actually dumb, they'll watch the video and like, ooh, wow, that's nice, and then they'll go to the next video. That's why you need to tell them what to do. Just watch. Do some homework. Watch commercials on TV and analyze how the commercial structure is set up. The commercials, they start out with a big bang, bam, with something that compels you to want to watch the commercial, and then they start showing you things about the product or whatever, about your situation, and then they show you the solution, and then at the very end, what do? Okay, if you can get it at your local store, and it's on sale right now, blah 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 blah, or this product is on sale right now, you can get 2 for 1, free shipping, free delivery if you get 3. They're telling you what to do. They're telling you how to get the product or a service. You know, I see roofing commercials or air conditioning commercials. At the very end, what do they always do? Here's our phone number. Here's our website. Call us today. We have deals and bargains going on right now. Call to action. You need to tell them the address. You need to tell them how to get in contact with you. You need to tell them what is the deal with this property. Okay? So yeah, doggy. Yeah. So you need to have a compelling call to action to get them to take action, to do something, to actually pick up the phone and want to call to book an appointment to come see the property. So yeah, those are the basic tips. It's basic things you need to do when you're trying to do your video home walkthrough tour videos. All right. So yeah, if you're a real estate agent working deals in the Tampa Bay area, Wesley Chapel, New Tampa, Tampa Palms, Riverview, Brandon, Ruskin, Lutz, all over the Tampa area, of course. Hey, use these tips. This will help you sell your properties faster. Because if you don't, your video is going to look real cheap and cheesy. Promise you. I promise you. It will look cheap and cheesy. So yeah, I'm just telling you what I see. Just go and look at some videos online, and you'll rarely see cheap and cheesy looking videos. But if you don't practice and do it the right way, you'll be the only one out there looking like you filmed it with you had your 10-year-old child to film it for you. And of course, if you're talking, you need one of these, because what it does, it cuts out the noise and the background sounds and stuff like that, and has your video sounding real crisp and clear. I've seen videos out there where people don't have a microphone and they sound like they're 10 feet away, and they sound like they're in an empty room with no carpet and no wallpaper, things like that. And it sounds like has like a little background echo sound to it, like a reverb. It's that cheap sound. So you have to get your proper equipment. Oh, equipment. That's another thing. Like I said, you need a good microphone if you're talking in the video. Testing 1 2 3. You need your good camera, and you don't need a super expensive camera. You don't need a film crew. You don't need all that stuff. All you need is a good iPhone or Android with the settings turned all the way up. Because we all know about that Android versus iPhone. The worst iPhone setting is like the best setting on Android. But anyway, sorry to Android lovers. But oh, and you need a selfie stick. And you don't need a long one. You don't need a long one. You're holding it way out. You just need something real short so you can hold the camera close to your body. Like I said, because you don't want to be bouncing up and down like that. All right. And that's the equipment that you need. That's all you need. That's all you need. Microphone, selfie stick, and a good phone. And you're good to go. So yeah. To all the agents in the Bay Area who are looking to sell their properties faster with compelling videos, you got Riverview, Ruskin, Brandon, Wesley Chapel, New Tampa, Tampa Palms, Lutz, all those areas. Keystone. When was the last time you've been to Keystone? So yeah, if you're trying to list properties in those areas and sell them, you need to create compelling videos that make people want to jump through the camera, jump through the video, and want to see that property live. So yeah, the best of luck to you, and I'm here for you. Just keep, subscribe and comment on the video. so other people can see the video, so it can spread to everybody. And what you want to do also, what you could do, you can go to my website and you can download my free guides. I have 2 free guides, quick cheat sheets you can use. Um, Cheat sheet number one is a video tour cheat sheet, and it kind of summarizes what I just did in this video, but it's more on the website. You can read it. And another cheat sheet I have is a uh, what do you say when you're doing a house video walkthrough tour video. It's like, what do you say if you're gonna actually narrate a video? It's the things that you say, how do you say it, when to say it, what not to say. So there are 2 cheat sheets you can download for free. I'm giving them away to you for free. So click the link in the description and go on over there, get those cheat sheets, and the best of luck to you. I'm here for you. So check out more of my videos on the channel, and I'll be seeing you in the next video. All right? Peace.